Shalom. First and foremost, I have to give all praise and infinite glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, Yahweh, be the true name, one the cause of God, Ba'ashem, in the name of, and Yahushai, be the true Lord and Savior, the world that calls Jesus, and Lord Kakadash, mean the Holy Spirit. Double honors to Apostle, knowledge is a great millstone, Yahuwah, I'm not worthy of double honors, and peace and blessings, he hopeful like out there, preaching the work of the Lord, in true faith, sincerity, and promoting your bodies as a living sacrifice. Shalom, hope all is well. So in this edification and exhortation, in this lesson, we're basically going over, basically, stop being a people pleaser, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop living for the world, stop living for people, because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to put your trust in man, because man shall fail you every time. You know what I'm saying? It could be your childhood friend, man, that you've been knowing since you were 5 years old, 3 years old, but he still might turn on you. You know what I'm saying? Even your family, you know what I'm saying? Like, your family could turn on you. There's athletes that who had their own family steal money from them, their own mother, man. You know what I'm saying? So put your trust not in man, man. Because man shall fail you every time. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, you know what I'm saying, will never fail you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will never fail you. But the man will. And we see it time and time again, bro. You cannot trust humans, bro. You know what I'm saying? Humans are threats. You know what I'm saying? They'll leave you empty-handed, man. You know what I'm saying? You may do something for people, you know what I'm saying, but you're not going to get the same thing in return. You know what I'm saying? You may seek that validation from these people, but little do you know, these people, man, are talking ill behind your back, man. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, when people see that you like to please them, they're not going to take you seriously. You know what I'm saying? They say too much of anything, is not, is going to cause something to someone to gravitate away, man. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with, pleasing these people. You see the ultimate people pleasers, man, they don't get taken seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? That's some just natural brute beast stuff. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to love, not love this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that. This book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15, and it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him," man. So if you love the world, you know what I'm saying? The things in this world, whether it be validation from people, this earth's, some of this earth's resources, you know what I'm saying, money, etc. You know what I'm saying? You love that more than the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Then, the love of the Father is not in you, man. You know what I'm saying? If you love this world, man, and the Lord's not dealing with you, bro. And verse 16, "For all that is in the world, the lust of flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world," man. You know what I'm saying? So all these things in this world is vanity, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's not of the Father. You know what I'm saying? And verse 17, "And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever." You know what I'm saying? So everything on this earth, man, has expiration date. You know what I'm saying? Because it's temporal. You know what I'm saying? It's temporary. You know what I'm saying? But the will of the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is something that's going to be everlasting. Everything in this world is going to go away. You may have a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying, Miss America or some shit like that. Next thing you know, 2 years later, you guys get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? You may be an athlete, you make $60 million a year. Next thing you know, after you're retired, you go bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? You just notice, man, none of these things in this world is everlasting. You see a rapper, he may be hot for a year or two, 5 years. Next thing you know, he falls off the face of the planet. Everything's temporary, man. You know what I'm saying? People just ride a wave and then go to the next wave. You know what I'm saying? But the will of the Lord is everlasting, man. You know, man. You know, like don't love the things in this world, because at the end of the day, you know, if you love the world more than the Most High, bro, then He's not dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? You know. And now let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and 33. Let's look at Jeremiah chapter 2 and 33, and it reads, "Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?" You know what I'm saying? Why, man? You know, why are you trimming? You know, why are you basically, you know, lowering yourself? You know what I'm saying? You know, just to seek love. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if, you know, you're around people who's more inferior than you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't dumb yourself down. If you gotta dumb yourself down to communicate with somebody, or, you know, just be friends with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Be loved by somebody, then that's a bad thing, man. That's a sign you should not be around that person or that group or collective, you know? Because at the end of the day, the scriptures tell us, man, let your light shine before men. You know what I'm saying? So we're not supposed to be, you know, dimming our light, man. You know what I'm saying? For people and shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop being a people's pleaser. Because at the end of the day, people don't do nothing, will do nothing for you, man. At the end of the day, you got you and the Lord at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So let's read that scripture again, Jeremiah 2:33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways, man. You know what I'm saying? So why are you trimming, your thy ways, you know, to seek love, man? Like, why are you dimming your light just to seek love, you know, by this world? You know what I'm saying? And the world is not even gonna give you, you know, anything in return. You know what I'm saying? You know? So it's not worth it, man. Stop being a people's pleaser. You know what I'm saying? When you're at your lowest, man, they're not there for you. Only the Lord's there for you, man. You know, and now, this book of Psalms, chapter 118, check out the 8th verse, and it reads, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in men." You know? So this is what the scripture says. It's better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in men. You know what I'm saying? So just trust in the Lord, man. Don't put your confidence in men. You know what I'm saying? Because they will fail you every time. You may have faith in your homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he'll never do me dirty. Oh, he'll never sleep with my girl. Oh, he'll never be jealous of me. Little do you know, he does all those things, you know, to you, man. So don't put confidence in people. It may be your own family. You know, oh, that's my family. He don't do nothing to me, man. He'll never do such a thing to me. Next thing you know, he goes behind your back and does that thing to you. It don't matter if it's your family, your friend, whoever in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your confidence in men. You know what I'm saying? And also, some people get confidence from the validation of others, you know? But your main source of confidence, you know what I'm saying, should be coming from the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's where you should get your confidence from, not from people's validation. Because what if you do bad? You know, when you start doing bad, these people will turn on you and they go on to the next wave. You know what I'm saying? You know, so do not put your confidence in men. In verse 9, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes, man. You know, that's right, man. You got niggas, man, you know, trusting in the government more than the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas trusting in Biden more than, you know, Yahweh Shemel Shai. And look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are trusting in Biden, have more confidence in Biden than the Lord. Next thing you know, gas prices are up. You know what I'm saying? Inflation, you know, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? So just trust the Lord, man. It's not worth it, man. Man should fail you every time, man. You know? You know, man. You know, and now, let's go to the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and 23. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and 23, and it reads, "And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto men." So in anything you do, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, you should be doing it for the Lord. You know, especially as a servant of the Lord, doing the work, you in His truth, you in His ministry. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for instance, bro, you're teaching on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be teaching on YouTube for validation of men. You know, just because you get like, you know, a lot of brothers, man, try to do videos to get more views, you know, to get other brothers to comment on their stuff, you know, basically seek the validation from other men. But at the end of the day, it's not about that. You could get 0 views. Like, me, for example, I get no views, you know what I'm saying, on my videos, really. But at the end of the day, it's bigger than views. It's about the Lord seeing me actually do the work. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, these men that you're putting, you know, confidence in, you want them to comment your page, you're seeking that validation from other men. These people are not going to save you. Ultimately, only the Lord can choose to save you. You know what I'm saying? No other man can save you. You know what I'm saying? So do the things for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the things that you do, you know, behind closed doors that makes you worthy, you know, to be, you know, saved, man. Because anybody can look, you know, like an angel in front of everybody, but it's the things that you're doing when no one's looking. That's what really determines, you know, who you are. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do, man, do it heartily as to the Lord and not to men. Do stuff for God. You know what I'm saying? Always be thinking in the God mind frame, man. And anything you do in this life, you know, you may be in the world, you still gotta apply the principles of this truth, you know, even when while you're Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? You don't do things for men. You know what I'm saying? And other men may say, oh, go talk to those chicks over there. You know what I'm saying? But in the spirit, you can feel that they wicked. You know what I'm saying? So don't go to those women, man. You know, think about what the scriptures say. You be like, yo, stay away from this type of woman. You know what I'm saying? So always be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? In verse 24, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Hamashiach, you know, Yahushua. You know, so we're gonna receive a reward, man, for doing, you know, things for the Lord, you know, and not for men. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna receive the reward of inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Christ. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. And there is no respect of persons, man. So if you're doing wrong, man, you're gonna receive wrong, man. Whatsoever man soweth, he also reapeth. You know what I'm saying? There's no respect of persons, man. So the Lord, man, is gonna really destroy you niggas, man. Especially you people pleasers, man. Because the Lord is a jealous power, man. You know, so when you're doing stuff for men, you know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord is furious, man. You know? The Lord is ultimately furious and jealous when you're talking to other men. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like you have a wife and she's married to you and she's out here, you know, trying to wear clothes, you know, and stuff when you guys go out in public, taking pictures on social media to get approval from other men. How would you feel? I know you would be heated, man. You know? I know you'd be very angry. You know? So that's, you know, how the Lord, you know, feels, man. You know, on a spiritual sense, man. You know? You know, if you feel me? Um, and now, let's go to the book of let's go to the book of Galatians, chapter 1, starting at the 8th verse to close it out. Starting at the 8th verse. It's the book of Galatians, chapter 1, and verse 8, and it reads, "But though we or an angel from heaven preach another gospel unto you, that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so I now again, if any man preach another gospel unto you that ye have received, let him be accursed." You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if any man preach another gospel, you know what I'm saying, that you learned, you know what I'm saying, let him be accursed. In verse 10, For do I now persuade men or God? You know? Or do I seek to please men? You know what I'm saying? So, you got people out here, you know what I'm saying, who know the truth, but will ultimately dim themselves down and go into a false doctrine, you know, in order to receive approval from other men. You know what I'm saying? In order to be one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? That's some low self-esteem shit. That's some inferior shit, man. You know? Man, so for do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For I yet pleased men, and I should not be the servant of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. You know what I'm saying? So if you please men, you know what I'm saying, you are therefore not a servant of Yahweh Shai, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say you're a man of the Lord and you're pleasing men. You know what I'm saying? That's just, the math doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? There's no congruence, between the two things. You know what I'm saying? Pleasing men and being a servant of the Lord, a man of the Lord, those are two opposite things, man. You know what I'm saying? In verse 11, but I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after men, for I neither received it of men, neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. So at the end of the day, bro, men taught you nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Men did not give you this ultimate rich knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, Lord, we're to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim HaKadosh, man. If you're a people's pleaser, man, I think you got to reconsider, the thought of you being a servant of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you can't partake, with a couple devils, and sit with the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. But basically, man, you got to pick one side, man. You can't be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in the world and you want to be in the truth. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Nah, you got to choose one side, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is a jealous power. And at the end of the day, a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. So, shalom, above, death to America.